All right, guys, you got a really, really easy Wednesday activity. Today, we're just going to talk about how we name ionic compounds. Now, again, this is super easy, so much so that I'm leaving this as a Wednesday activity, and we're not really going to touch upon it again when we come back on Thursday or maybe Friday if there's a snow day. So listen, you might recall with covalent compounds, we had a whole system in place where you had to use these prefixes, Oh, it's N2F8, it's dinitrogen tetra fluoride and so forth. None of that with ionic compounds. Naming ionic compounds is super duper simple. Here's what you do. You just take the name of the positive ion, the metal ion, followed by the name of the negative, the anion, the non-metal ion. So there's no prefixes, nothing like that, okay? If the metal ion has a Roman numeral in it, you bring that along as well. Okay, like in fact, this is so simple, it's just easier if I show you. Okay, so here we go. All right. If you have a barium ion and you're combining it with phosphides, then the compound is going to be called barium phosphide. That's it. Doesn't matter how many of each there are, it's barium phosphide, okay? Or maybe you have tin 4 ions and you're combining them with oxide. Well, then this is going to be called tin 4 oxide. Done and done. That's the name of that compound. If you're combining aluminum ions with chlorides, well, then that would be aluminum chloride. Guys, it's simple as that, okay? I'm going to open up the worksheet that you guys are going to do today, and I'm going to do some sample problems here, okay? I'm going to walk through this whole thing. You just quit out when you get tired of listening to me, but at least stay or maybe fast forward to see the second part, okay? So, again, your job is to give me the name of the compound that is formed by these ions. So if you have manganese 2 ions and bromide, that is going to form manganese 2 bromide. Okay? Did I misspell that? I did. Expect a lot of that, guys. If you combine sodium with nitride, you get sodium nitride. Okay? Zinc ions and iodide, well, together they form a compound known as zinc iodide. By the way, guys, most of these things actually exist. You can go just look them up on Wikipedia and see them there, okay? Aluminum ions and chloride form aluminum chloride. No Roman numeral in the aluminum ion name, so we don't bring one over here. Zirconium 1 carbide. All right. So this would be zirconium 1 carbide. All right. The only real trick here is that if the metal has a Roman numeral in it, you gotta bring it along. If it's one of those metals that can form multiple charges, you gotta make sure you represent that in the name. Make sure you represent which charge it is. Lead 2 ions and phosphide combine to form lead 2 phosphide. All right. Fantastic. Iron 3 ions will combine with oxide to form iron 3 oxide. Okay? And magnesium ions combine with fluoride to form magnesium fluoride. Actually, I don't think there's a U in there when you do. Does it? I don't know. Does it? No, it's a U in there. I can tell. It doesn't feel right. Okay, so there we go. Now, taking it a step further, I am giving you the formula of an ionic compound, and I want you to give me its name. Now, it's a little bit trickier because I'm not spelling it out for you, but it's still just the name of the first thing, followed by the name of the second thing. The fact that there's 3 sodiums here and 3 magnesium and 2 nitrogens here and 1 of each, it doesn't matter. It's just the name of the first one, followed by the name of the second one. You're probably going to want a periodic table as you do this. So Na, that is sodium. Okay, that's sodium. So then this is going to be sodium. And P is phosphorus, which as a negative ion becomes phosphide. So this is just sodium phosphide. Okay. Mg3N2. These numbers don't really matter as far as the name goes. Mg, I know by looking up on a periodic table, is magnesium. And N is nitrogen, so as a negative ion would be nitride. Remember, the negative ion, its name ends in IDE. So phosphorus becomes phosphide as an ion. Nitrogen becomes nitride as an ion. And this one right here, barium, oxygen is oxide. So this is barium oxide, all right? Ca is calcium. And the Cl ion, that's chlorine. Cl is chlorine. So that becomes chloride, okay? Be is beryllium. Let's see if I remember how to spell this. Beryllium. I think there's two L's. There is. Hey, I teach this stuff. Beryllium. And C is carbon, which as a negative ion is carbide. So this is beryllium carbide. All right. Here we have potassium. K is potassium. And H here is a hydrogen ion. Now listen. All right. In this case, it has to be the negative one because potassium is positive. So the hydrogen has to be negative here in order for the charges to cancel. So the negative hydrogen is called hydride. So this is potassium hydride. Now you might have noticed something in all of these names that we did here. Oh, there's two more. All right. Magnesium is Mg. All right. Mg is magnesium. Se is selenium, which as a negative ion is selenide. So magnesium, selenide. Sr is strontium. Fix that. All right. And S is sulfur, which as a negative ion we call sulfide. So this is strontium sulfide. Okay. Now you might notice something here in all of these that wasn't up here before. Up here we had some of those metals with Roman numerals in them, okay? We didn't have any of that here. Not because it's not possible, all right? It's totally possible you can have a compound and its name requires a Roman numeral. For example, when you name Fe2S3, what is its name going to be? You will have some trouble getting this name. Why? That is your final question. Why is it so much harder to give me the name of Fe2S3 than it is to give me the name of MgSe? All right. So I want you to think about that. That is your assignment for the day, guys. Hopefully this doesn't take long. Hope you have a great day. We'll talk about this when I see you again on Thursday or Friday or maybe Monday. Maybe Monday if we have the day off. All right. Good luck, guys.